Hi, I'm Mr. James, Charm City Karate, and I'm here for our heavy bag video. So, first thing I want to talk about, make sure you got your hands wrapped before you work the bag. This is one of my favorite bags. This is a Thai style bag. I think some people call this a banana bag. I like it because it's about 6 feet. I've got it hung so that I can work from low kick to high kick, or high punch, low punch, whatever, without having to adjust the bag at all. You got a full range of motion with it. It's kind of skinny, but I don't really care. I'm not going to be grabbing it and stuff. I'm not taking it on a date. It's about a 100-pound bag. That's a good weight for me. I didn't start with a 100-pound bag. I started with about a 60, 65-pound bag. I've been working bags for a long time. When you hit a bag, you don't want it to swing when you hit it. You want a bag to jump when you hit it. A jump is a good transfer of power. A swing means you're pushing the bag. When you push an opponent, you ain't hurting them. You want to jump, that's a good transfer of power. That's how you know you're hurting them. Alright, so the first thing to start with, boxing, anything like that, martial arts, you got 4 basic punches. You got a jab, a cross, a hook, and an uppercut. 4 punches. If you're listening, a lot of times you can hear a coach counting off 1, 2, 3, 4. Sometimes you hear him calling out different combos. You hear him like 2, 3 or 1, 4. Some of the guys will call out crazy combos too, like a 5, 7. We're not going to worry about that today. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to be our first set of punches. The 1 is a jab, a lean hand punch. That's your first punch to worry about. If you're a righty, you want to start left hand forward. It's traditional style, okay? Orthodox stance. If you're a lefty, start with the right hand in the front. It's called southpaw. I don't care if you want to mix it up. We're going to start basic though, okay? Front hand. Extend the arm, palm down. Remember, half power. 1. That's all you're going to do. You want to penetrate about 2 inches into the bag. You're not looking to shove the bag. You just want to give it a little pop. Right? And again, you want to work rounds. So maybe you do 3 minutes of hitting the bag. I'm not going to show you 3 minutes of me hitting the bag. It's not exciting. All right, your cross, your number 2 punch. You're going to push with the back foot. Rotate the hip. That's going to rotate your shoulders. The weapon moves last. Body moves, then the weapon moves last. Shoulder's going to turn, punch goes. All right. Once you feel good with that punch, you can start working a sequence. 1, 2. Oh, pretty easy. 1, 2. Then you're going to work the 3. The 3 is a lead hand hook. The best way to get used to throwing that initially is to start from your finish point with the cross. So your hips are forward, your weight's on the front leg. You're going to push off of the front leg, rotate your hips and your weight back onto this. Front hand's going to come. In this case, it's the left. Makes sense? So the weight comes back, hips torque, this arm's got to stay bent. If you feel comfortable with that, you get 1, 2, 3. All right? Your number 4 punch is the uppercut off the back hand. Palm faces up, this lifts. Comes off the back leg. The best way to get that is from here. Okay? So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. All right? Then you start throwing those together. 1, 2, 3, 4. You work a whole round of that, you'd be pretty tired. Then you switch 1, 2, 3, 4 on the other side. If you're just getting started, maybe you don't want to work both sides at first. Maybe you want to work one side, get really good at it, then a month down the line, switch work the other side. Make sense? Good. All right. All right, so for you martial artists out there, next thing to work on is what we call transitioning from a neutral to a forward. Some of you guys will call this like, I don't know, base stance to a front stance, whatever. The idea is your weight's what we would call neutral. Your weight's even between your feet, and you want to get it going forward. You want your weight moving into the bad guy, moving into the bag. You're going to pivot and push off this back foot. Boxers use that in a cross. We use it in a lot of different things. Once you get the hang of the basics, you don't have to throw closed hand punches all the time like boxers do. You can start throwing palm strikes. You can throw elbows. You can throw whatever kind of strike you want. You're a karate guy. You can throw chops. You can throw all kinds of stuff. The mechanics are the same. The basics are the same. But you got to get the keys, the fundamentals first. So what you want to do is practice that fundamental, the transfer of the weight. Okay? If you practice this now, as you move up, you will see a difference in your skill as opposed to the skill of the people that aren't practicing this. When I was probably a blue or a green belt, I was practicing this kind of stuff on bags, and I was really working it, and I was seeing development that guys that were advanced brown belts weren't seeing. By the time I got to brown belt, I was able to do things that black belts were doing, okay? Because I was doing this sort of thing. Things that other guys were doing in traditional manners. A lot of guys at my level thought this was stupid. I don't want to be a boxer, I want to be a karate guy. That's fine, but maybe boxers know something you don't. Maybe fighters know something you don't. Don't poo-poo this, okay? Shift your weight from your back foot to your front foot and work that shot. If you're not getting that pop, slow it down, work it. If you're having real trouble with it, try this. Put your back hand, start in your neutral stance, put your back hand on the bag, and then slow, shift your back foot, and shove that bag as your weight shifts. Don't let this arm move. Keep this arm stiff. You'll start to get the feel for how that should be. All right. If you get that, then the next thing to do is start from here and work this transition back from the forward to the neutral. All right. It's the same move you're going to have going from here to your hook. It's a much trickier move. A lot of people have a harder time with it, because your weight's got to come back all of a sudden, and your hips have to snap back. So you got to start here, snap back. Start here, snap back. It's just reps. You just got to keep trying it until you get that pop on the back, pop on the back, pop on the back. Again, you don't want to come back and the bag swings. Swinging bag's not a hurt opponent. Pop and bag. Bag jumps a little bit, that's a hurt opponent. Fight. Fight like you train. Start with your hands up, step in, and hit. All right? So you're going to step, hit, move back. Step, hit, move back. Because again, you're going to fight like you train. So if you step, hit, and you hang out, guess what? When you spar or you fight, you step, you hit, you hang out, you're going to get popped. Don't hang out. Step, hit, move back. When you get the hang of that and you feel comfortable with it, step, 1, 2, back. Ooh, you feel really good with that. Maybe you want to snap it up a little bit. You can step, hit with the other hand and move back. Doesn't always have to be a lead hand. You can throw the back hand. You feel good, you can step, oh, throw the lead hook, step back. Okay, it doesn't always have to be something predictable. But you want to get used to step and hit and move back. Step and hit and move back. All right? Throw your combo, move back. Step in, throw a combo, move back. You're going to start working your footwork this way. It's going to be pretty good. All right? All right. Now, you get the hang of that, you can start working Jack Dempsey's drop hit. The drop hit is basically you fall into the guy and you hit him. So instead of stepping and hitting as you step, you kind of fall and you let him stop your whole body weight. You really have to practice this on a bag to get the hang of it. Ed Parker was big on this. He called it marriage of gravity. Same kind of thing. The key is all timing. You hit him, same time your foot's about to hit the ground, your whole body weight and the power of your punch slam into the bad guy all at the same time. It's a really nice shot, as long as you don't get clocked as you're hitting him. If he slips your shot and catches you as you're doing it, you just got hit with a drop hit. Bad. But payoff's pretty sweet. Jack Dempsey knocked out a lot of dudes with this shot. So if you can get the hang of it, it's a beautiful thing. All right? Step, drill him as you come in. And if you're a little guy, this could be a real moneymaker for you. Okay? Step, hit him as you pull. It's a sweet shot. All right? So you get that down, work it, work it, work it. All right. Now, one of my favorite things you can do with a heavy bag is to work what I call a stop hit. The reason I like this on the heavy bag is I never found a training partner that would really let me work this with them. You can make the bag move, and then you can practice hitting it so that it stops moving. All right? You swing it, oh, and you drill it so that it stops. You move it, oh, and you drill it so that it stops. You can work the timing with it. You can work front kicks to stop it. You can work side kicks to stop it. That was my personal favorite. Back when I was coming up and I was fighting tournaments, I would swing a nice big 120, 130 pound bag. I would let it get a big head of steam, and then I would step into the way and I would get the timing of stopping it with a side kick. That way when I was sparring and a guy would come across the ring, I could stop him as he came across. I didn't have to worry about, oh, is he going to stop? Is he going to knock me over? I knew I would stop him when he came at me. It's very good practice. If you've got a guy bull rushing you and you don't have the timing and he jams up your leg or he knocks you over, you're going to be pretty sad laying on the floor. If you know you've got the timing, it's a pretty sweet thing to be able to do. You can practice it with your punches too. It's nice to be able to stop a guy as he's running into you. But you can't practice it in the air. You can't go, oh, that would have stopped the guy. You have no idea. You can practice it on the bag. You can also practice by swinging your bag and slipping to the side. Just move to the side, hit him as he goes by. Hit him as he goes by. So you can practice your slip drills too with a heavy bag. You can let it move, you hit as it goes by, hit it as it goes by. If you have a beam support, you can actually get a lot more motion out of it than you can one of these side supports, but you got to work with what you got. All right? The last thing that I would suggest for basic heavy bag training is work on circling your bag. Once you've got your footwork and you're used to moving around a little bit, start working on a circle. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to step with the front hand punch, then you're going to move the backhand and the back foot. Front hand, backhand, front hand, backhand. And you're just going to work circling your bag. Boom, boom. All right, every time a foot moves, a hand moves. Front, left, back. Front, back. Front, back. Boom. And you want to circle the bag. You can see why I don't like those corner things with the big feet that stick out. Boom, boom. Don't worry you got stuck in this corner and the wall's here and you got to shorten up your punches. You might get stuck in a corner, bang, guy's bullying you, and you got to switch to short punches. You don't know where you're going to end up. You don't get to predict that sort of thing in a fight. So you might have to shorten stuff up. It's the way life is. Okay? So there's, I think, 7, maybe 8 different ways you can practice on your heavy bag. That should be a lot of stuff for you guys to work on. I hope that gets you started. Please practice. It's my favorite thing to work on when I'm practicing. Hope you have a good day. Give us a like if you enjoyed the video. Feel free to share it with your friends. I'm Mr. James from Charm City Karate. Have a great day.